So they doing the what?
People are bleeping. No,
I hear
the people, the content creators are
Yeah,
bleeping stuff out of their content now.
They doing that.
Yeah. Anyways, man. Yo, you tuning into the Notion Podcast. I'm your host, Dizzy D Spill, with my co-host in the building.
He is I am him. Timothy. You know what I'm saying?
And
Allen.
And you're tuning into Outlaw Opinions. He just, bro,
You know
I came in with a great energy, and he was like, "Yeah,
you could call me a Hempleton.
You talking about
all that?
You talking about
Farmer Poe, man?
The
right.
Yeah,
Get to it.
Yeah, for sure,
you know.
man. I hope y'all are doing well. We appreciate you tuning in to the podcast, for the loyal listeners. Yeah. And for the supporters, the subscribers,
sure.
the comment givers. Some of y'all comment givers was going crazy.
Comment givers is crazy,
bro. The last segment we had, because they didn't want to watch the whole episode, so they just want to interpret what we were saying.
No, but that's,
you know what I mean?
Comment givers. I ain't never heard that one.
Yeah, comment givers, man. Because they people that don't tune in. But our content may come across their algorithm, so they'll leave a comment. They don't know no backstory of the character.
So they wake up and be like, "How many comments I give?"
You know what it remind me of?
Enough comments.
I'm gonna tell you what comment givers remind me of. They remind me of like when you and your cousins is watching, like when you were younger and you was watching a movie, and an old person walk by and they catch a part of the movie that throw them off, and they see that ain't right up over there. Why y'all shouldn't be watching that? That ain't good. But don't know the context of what we watching and why the scene is what it is, and then they walk off. Think they done did something good.
Got it.
Whole time you was watching Sandlot.
Got it. Got it.
That's who they remind me of. They don't know no context.
Got it.
Cause we was responding in the comment section. I'm just speaking to the point. I'm just speaking to the clip that
you gotta watch. You gotta watch the whole thing. Like, you gotta understand who is giving these comments and then or not speaking on whatever it is. So like sometimes you gotta watch a show and know who a person is to really understand.
Headphones is bothering me.
Yeah, I don't do the headphones no more.
No, I still do. They just bothering me right
now. For the
now.
producer part, it's like, yeah, I get it. You gotta have the sound and make sure everything on point. But for the most part, I didn't even notice. I didn't even put them on.
That's good for you.
But yeah, like you know what I'm saying.
Anyways,
watch your motherfucking mouth, man.
We gonna get into it, man. Hold up, notification. All right, we gonna get into it though, bro. We got some fun.
No, hold on. First of all, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute from what?
It's been a minute.
Since what?
I mean, you kind of lengthy right now, nigga.
Bro, pause. This is wild, bruh. Yo, nah. Yo,
nah. It was unintentional.
Yo, man, we gonna go ahead and shut the episode down, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
My fault.
Anyways, bro.
The hair.
Yeah, this
from your scapula.
No, it's temporary, bro.
It's temporary, nigga.
I had to take because I rock
the
my
style or the hair.
Yeah, the style.
I thought you were talking about how long you was growing your hair.
Bro. I
was just temporary. You know what I'm saying?
The braids was getting bad,
for 4
bro.
years.
The braids was getting bad, so I had to take them out and do something different. So the wife came through one time.
It's lengthy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. In a real way.
In a real way, though.
In a real way, man.
Yeah, like,
in a real way. How you been living, though, bro?
Oh, shit, I've been good, man. I owe taxes, but that's a beautiful thing because I just let you know.
Bro, the last 3 episodes he been talking about, he want to let y'all know that he in a good place right now because he keeps telling people, yeah, man, I pay taxes. And he make it his business to bring it up at times where it really don't need to be brought up. You feel me?
Because by Tuesday,
be like, yeah, man, I had to knock out these bills, niggas, man.
And you gotta have your shit right by Tuesday.
I had to get the groceries because I pay taxes.
By Tuesday, you gotta have it right.
Yeah, man.
The 15th, I think.
Yeah,
right? That's sure. Tuesday. So what I'm saying
in
is,
a real way.
I done called them up.
But see, you keep saying you gotta pay taxes.
I put a payment plan in order though.
After the 15th, he gonna say, yeah, man, because I paid taxes.
Nah. I set up a payment plan.
I had to pay it. Why?
Why? Because I don't want to pay them all the money at the same. I might need this little paper that they gave me. Because look, I got the state tax.
So listen, for y'all
that don't, the state tax,
for y'all don't understand why I'm laughing. For y'all don't understand why I'm laughing.
For the federal.
When a person has to pay taxes, that means they doing pretty decent in life, and the feds or the state didn't take enough. And so because they didn't take enough of money that he owes them, he said, well, y'all not finna get
why
that right now. Because you got to pay taxes, man.
Got it. So whatever I was supposed to have owed y'all Y'all gonna get half of it right now. And then I pay you in increments until it's done.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do, pimp.
Because eggs is $40.
You gotta do what you gotta do, pimp.
Eggs is $40.
From where?
All right, 35 now.
Where? How many?
Where you go?
Where you go? So I don't go there.
For 6 dozen eggs, it's $35, man.
Oh well, yeah.
A dozen, 18 eggs cost $20-something.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yes.
We in 2025.
I don't even want to eat. We gonna get to him.
Yeah.
We gonna get to him, man. But just getting into it, bro.
But other than that, I've been good.
I believe so. I believe so. I mean, you paying taxes.
I've been good.
I was just saying, you paying. You must be.
Winter has left. It was a small transition. It's hot now.
I mean, spring, right?
Is it spring?
I mean, weather.
It feel like summer,
bro. Weather was cool yesterday, dog. That's
cool.
all I'm saying. It was cool, like to where it wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold.
Okay.
I mean,
I played my son in basketball yesterday at the park.
How much you lose?
And I took 3 by 3. But check it out. It was in the sun. I don't go out there and play that much no more. And I had to take 3 breaks to you lay down on a cool bench. I ain't played in the heat in a while. If it hadn't have been in the heat, it would have been over because I let them just go by a couple of times. I was like, yeah, go ahead, do your thing.
This is how fans sound when they team lose. If LeBron wasn't hurt and we had
real talk.
You lost, man. It's okay.
I lost by 3. He hit that last.
Be proud that you lost to your son, man. Because he got the genetics.
I got a teenager, nigga. So this is what my cousin had said. So I had raced my son. You seen the video, right?
Yeah. You was tumbling and all kinds of.
Got it.
And he was racing in some corduroys, by the way. But go ahead.
I want y'all. My cousin said the same thing. He was laughing. I want y'all to race y'all kids when they 15. Then come holler at me. When they 15, come back and talk to me. And then go race them.
I'm gonna be much older. I'm gonna be much older.
All I said, 15.
I'm gonna be much older. I'm gonna be at an older age racing my son at 15.
So
the age you're at now when you raise him.
All right, so
I'll be well into my 40s. I'll be well into my 40s. So it's not the same.
All right, man.
It's not the same. We can't. I'm just saying.
Raise your son when I'm 30. I'll be 38. He's 15. 22-year difference. Raise your son when he's 15.
You just said the same. You just did the same. You said the same thing, bro. You just did math. You just did math, bro.
That's all I'm saying.
Bruh.
Which age do you want to race him at?
Bruh.
Now or
I don't want to race.
Okay.
I don't.
I hear you.
I don't like them days is over. Now, if I could go back to my prime,
I hear you.
My prime versus his prime, and we got a conversation.
My cousin was talking that same nonsense.
No, man.
When my little cousin get 15, they'll race him, and then they just show me the results. That's it.
I guess, brother. Well, y'all do y'all thing, bro.
What we got
Are most hood people raised to be hood?
No, I wouldn't say most.
Most?
What
would your what would your percentage be?
I wouldn't even say a percentage, because what I'm gonna go back to is people are raised to raise people how they based on whatever your perception or your environment, your experiences, and things like that. So you are raised. Some people have they feel some sort of sense of honor living in the hood, right?
For sure.
So it's gonna be people who are involved in certain lifestyles.
Right.
I think people teach many of their children to live the lifestyle that they live based on whatever they morals and values is. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I brought the question up because, we went over the clip with the sister talking about, she did start the clip off saying that, it is possible for people to outgrow their environment if they come from a pretty rough environment. But she said a lot of people in the hood raise their kids with the same morals and standards as what the hood represents.
I don't want that statement to sound like it's everybody or the majority. So when they say a lot of people, it is a lot of people that do that. Mm-hmm. For sure. There's a lot of people that raise their children sometimes with the values and morals that they that their own values and morals, whether it's a detriment to their kids' upbringing, to society, whether it's breaking laws or not, right?
Right.
Some people just feel like it's wild, wild west.
Right.
Like, fuck the police, fuck the laws and all that. It's get it how you live. Eat what you kill.
Right.
For sure. I don't necessarily think that's the way to raise your children, but again, that ain't how I was raised. It's some people who live a certain lifestyle still that don't raise their children with that type of impact. Like, it's people that might not have known that they parents were into certain things,
Right.
or might have known after they kind of like just paid attention to certain things, but they weren't directly influenced by it.
Okay.
It wasn't like they was like menace to society. You know what I'm saying? When you being directly influenced by shit rather than just observing and paying attention to some shit. You know what I'm saying?
I think,
and I don't want to feel like everybody in the hood raised their kids to be.
you know what I do notice about, you know what I have noticed about the hood, like around the times when we were growing up, is that they're rougher around the edges as far as the kids and even the adults, but for some reason they knew how to be respectful depending on what environment they were in.
Yeah.
So for example, like I would notice on certain occasions, like my mom, for example, she wasn't a person that cursed a whole lot. Like she had to be really, really angry to like curse, and she has always been well spoken. So when she got around certain relatives that were rougher around the edges, they would try to out of respect, especially if they were younger, talk with more
decorum,
yeah,
understanding.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I think with shit like that, it'd be a pendulum swing.
Yeah, and it's interesting to me that because it reminded me of something that Phylicia Rashad said on the Breakfast Club that we'll get into later. She said black people are respectful people. Like as a people, we are a respectful people. And it's funny because we get all of these labels depending on where you came from or what you experienced or how you carry yourself, how you look. We get these labels put on us. But let's just say you can have the most hood dude. You can have the most gangster dude. He could be from the hood in LA or Oakland or Sacramento. But if an old lady walks into a room where all the homies is talking, smoking, doing whatever, they'll try to stop that. Like, hey, put that out. Or, hey, you know, chill on the cussing or whatever. Because the older lady is right there. So the reason why I'm saying that is because when I pose a question, are most people in the hood raised to be hood, I think it's in you, not on you. But depending on what environment you're in, you know how to switch that up out of respect because they may not understand why you talk the way you talk or why you operate the way you operate, and they may take offense to it or whatever the case it is, depending on who you're around. Because I know, for example, if you're not from a hood or you don't operate a certain type of way, a lot of times you're known as a square. And that's kind of changed. Square meant like you were a loser back then. Square today means like you're not really affiliated or anything like that, right? But you could take the most biggest, baddest gangster and put him in a room full of billionaires, and then he might be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like, look, it's
so
it's like a combination of like two things. So it's like a pendulum swing. What I feel like. So, and we historically had to operate in a certain way in public, right?
Code switching.
We were more like, it's code switching, it's being docile in a way.
Yep.
And not really being able to express emotions.
Not being able to express our
passion,
culture.
Not being able to express your views, opinions, not being able to be outspoken.
Yeah. That's where
regard,
unapologetic comes from, right? And
But I feel like now it's a pendulum swing. Like some people are not going to agree with with the way in which it's going, but it's a pendulum swing. This is an opposite effect of being docile, where now it's to an extremity where a lot of people who identify as being black or of African descent growing up in America.
Right.
It's people like might be on the phone. A lot of black women, like which we're gonna say stereotypically, are what might be on the phone, and they talking out loud on the phone about whatever it is going on. They cursing, talking to whoever it is, right?
Right.
But I feel like that's the reason for that is like what Cedric the Entertainer said when he was on the Kings of Comedy. Like black folks have a "I wish you would" mentality now.
Yeah.
It's because the pendulum has swung so far this way to where we weren't able to express our views, values, opinions, emotions, whatever, in public, to where now it's like consciously and subconsciously you on the phone talking your shit. Because I wish somebody would tell me I can't talk how I'm talking to whoever I'm talking to on the phone and try to quiet me down.
Mm-hmm.
Or try to tell me how to talk to my children in public. Or try to tell me how I should behave. Or coming to question me, do I live here or not?
Yeah, that's real.
Right?
Yeah.
So now the pendulum swung this so far this way that we as a community are doing things sometimes because we wish you would say it. Or we know that maybe we could have went about it a certain way, and why do we have to go about it a different way?
Well, because we have more access to what's going on in the world, like social media, like our community, our culture is starting to realize, wait, everybody does the same thing that we do, but we're the only ones getting policed.
But then we'll sit there and talk to each other and say, yeah, we should be accountable for our community and people within our community, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how we but it's not just us.
Yeah,
it's a proximity thing in the community.
We've been taught, and we've been taught that, and so we think that. You know what I'm saying?
It's not an excuse, but we think, oh man, quote unquote, black on black violence, like violence
is based off proximity.
Based off proximity.
Yeah,
people that you marry, encounter.
Yeah.
People that might rob you, people that might commit crimes against you, people that you will befriend is based on your proximity.
But see, we also have to be careful with that, because people that don't care nothing about those stats, they only use those numbers to benefit their argument, will try to negate the fact that there isn't systemic racism, that there isn't oppression, that there isn't prejudice and stuff like that, because they'll be like, well, black people harm black people more than anybody else, just like white people harm white people more than anybody else. Those are fine as far as stats, but you know what stats I don't hear? I don't hear like stats on how many black officers are violating and abusing and deleting white pedestrians.
It's a cobweb.
You know what I'm saying?
All kind of different.
Well, to me, it looks like it's like a diversion. You're trying to throw people off, and you say, "Well, this is this," and it's like, you know what I'm trying to say, but you're trying to shift the conversation over to here, because those numbers are right. I just say we have to be careful with that, because somebody that don't care. Because I had a conversation with somebody on social media about it earlier this week. It was Facebook. Somebody finally got me to respond to something, and what it was is how the person started their comment off. They say blacks are ... and y'all believe that slavery was X amount of years and it wasn't, and you guys need to get educated on this. And the first thing I do is when I see people talking like this, I like, let me go to their page. Let me see if they have any, because that's what I'm going to do. Let me look at the camera real quick. If you are not from the culture and you start talking about the culture, and I'm finally ready to respond, or somebody like me is responding to you, the first thing I'm going to go do is I'm going to go look at your profile and see if you're
how many
even
pictures you got.
Forget your pictures.
You got cat pictures and waterfalls and shit like that.
I'm going to see if you're even affiliated with any black people. If you're not even affiliated with any black people, you don't have any black friends or relatives, or you ain't teaching no black history or anything like that, I don't want to hear nothing on what you got to say.
But you got to be careful about the comment section, because the comment section is not there for you to really have an intellectual conversation with nobody with. The comment section really is the black hole of bullshit.
Well, yeah, we know this, but that also gives me an indication if I even want to respond or not. You see what I'm saying?
For me, the comment section is like, sometimes I'll get ready to start typing some shit. I'll be like, what the fuck am I doing talking to this nigga on Instagram?
I've deleted 90% of my comments that I wanted to post and just said, it's not even worth it.
Me and a nigga had a debate about beignets, nigga.
What?
On Instagram. So look, somebody posted some shit or whatever, right? About some donut holes or some shit being from whatever the history of the donut holes was. So this one nigga got on there. He like, man, them is beignets, this and that. I said, man, nigga, them ain't beignets. I don't know what you talking about. He said, man, I come from the place where beignets originated. I lived there. This such and such years. He said, y'all Americans. I said, no. He said, no. Whatever he said.
You got to a foreign trade war.
Whatever he said, I looked at myself. I said, "Am I arguing with this nigga about powdered sugar versus glaze?" I said, "Nah, you know what?" I said, "Nigga, keep American name out your mouth." No, whatever he said, I said that sounded like a threat. You better keep an American name out your mouth,
bruh.
And then he responded like laughing. He was like, "Nah, you know what, bro? I realized like." I said, bro, are we arguing about donuts on Instagram?
I'm not doing it.
He started laughing back because you got to realize, like, what the fuck am I doing? Whatever we talking about.
Well, see, you said...
Fuck all that.
You said the comment section was a black hole, right?
It's
BS.
A rabbit hole.
Okay.
A dark Alice in the Wonderland hole. Pause.
I look at the comment section when people leave comments. First of all, hit dog gonna holler. Second of all, I definitely believe that a lot of these people are looking for attention that they can't get by themselves.
For sure.
Because if I leave a comment somewhere, I'm leaving a comment to either correct, or shed some light on some context for something. I've actually DM'd certain celebrities that said something that I thought was offensive, and I didn't come at them in the DMs like, you're being offensive, you this or that. Like I came with some educational bullet points. Like, hey, I see that you are probably not privy to the facts on what you're speaking on. So let me give you some insight.
See, that's where I think a lot of us get it wrong, and we're going down a different path of what the topic was. But really, the internet comment section is not to change somebody's mind. A lot of people who I used to be one of these people in high school and in junior high and elementary, I might say something like our man Geography J.
Yeah.
We're going to just say things because we know he's going to respond to them and get riled up about it. And we don't really care. So this is what people do in the comment section.
Trolls.
They'll throw out, they not even troll, they fishing. Now they fishermen.
Okay.
They'll throw out whatever comment. I know somebody's going to bite. I don't care who bite or when. Someone's going to eventually bite. And I'm just playing.
Who do you think falls? We're gonna get back on topic.
Who falls for that?
Who do you think falls for? What group of people falls for the most? It could be men, it could be women, it could be black people, it could be black women, white women, it could be foreign people, it could be kids, it could be old folks. Who falls for the fishing hook every time to get people to react?
I don't know who fall for the fishing hook, but I can tell you who might be the best at the bullshit. I'm gonna say black women and white young men or white men, they got the best hooks
to get you to engage.
Whether it's you to get you to engage or responding just bullshit fucking with you.
Yeah.
I
agree.
I think white men and black men is more arguing and it's a little mix.
Nah,
but
bro.
I think black women and young white men.
Yeah.
They the best at the trolling and bullshit. They get at you I think that's
I agree with that. I agree with that. And I think a lot of black men, the right black men, I think we the ones that'll get you laughed at in the comment section.
Yeah, but we be trying to educate and shit
No, it depends on what group you talk about. If you talk about hood people, they try to beat up.
Women got the best response. Let
me tell you one of the worst trolling experiences I ever been in was on Clubhouse. We had this dude heated. It was 4 of us. 6 of us, because it was 4 dudes and 2 females trolling this dude.
That was Clubhouse jumping.
Bruh. And we told him that we was from the same city he was from. Right? And we was so we looking up locations and stuff in stores. He was like, we could pull up right now. And so we told him we was at some grocery store parking lot because it was late night, right? This is during the pandemic. I'm here right now. I'm here right now. And this is the early Clubhouse, so you can't post like photos and stuff. It's just all phone. He's like, I'm on my way. And you can hear like his background that he really on his way. You motherfuckers ain't out here.
Nah,
So we got dude to leave his house, bruh. I'm comfortably at home.
Me and my cousin used to put our move on each other sometimes, but like we hit each other like, hey, what's up, bud? Where you at? Shit, what you doing? Shit, I just got out of school early. Shit, I'm down the street. Come meet me on such and such. Mm-hmm. And then he try to see if the nigga gonna bite to try to like really go meet you and like, shit, I'm down the street. Come outside right now. And a couple of times, my stupid ass went out there, thinking he out there, and he wasn't. Like, he hella out of pocket.
Out of pocket, dog. But yeah, man. As far as answering the question, bro, I don't think people in the hood are raised to be hood. I think a lot of people in the hood in the first place because of circumstances. Yeah, because the hood was supposed to be the original blueprint design of the hood was supposed to be temporary for you to get on your feet.
You're talking
low
about government
income
housing though. That's different than. Like,
I mean, that's pretty much what the hood is still to this day. You're not getting proper funding from the state and the city, the schools, the stores. You have more liquor stores, gun stores, and everything else in these environments. And I just think that, of course, you're a product of your environment. Things that happen to you and things that's going on is obviously proximity. But I know a lot of people that may have a hood aura to them or hood energy to them, and they're a lot more kind than people that carry themselves as being quote unquote professional or the I don't want to say the what's the word I'm looking for? Status quo. You know what I mean? I've ran into a lot of people. A lot of people from the hood are probably more likely to help you fix your tire on the side of the road than somebody that got a nice car, a decent lifestyle. So even though old girl was saying a lot of good points about, this happens, this, that, and the other happens, you also got to give the other side because, like, I do agree that black people as a whole are a respectful people. We are not intentionally trying to be disrespectful. I think in certain circumstances, whether we're in a store or here or there, like you said, being on the phone, it's taken as disrespect, as if we're supposed to read somebody else's mind or understand their emotions or how they feel about decorum, etiquette, and everything else.
All right, check it out. Look, at the community college, your local community college, you could go online on YouTube.
I thought you was doing an ad. I'm like, we start getting paid for ads.
It's this thing called intercultural communication, right? Okay. Go take a class on that. That's
how much is it for the class?
Depending on where you go.
At your spot.
I can't get you no deals.
I don't want a deal. I just want to know the price.
I was just.
This is what I mean. See, this is why we need these classes.
I'm letting you know off the back.
This is why we need these classes, man. Because the ghetto behavior like this right here.
It's $42 per unit.
Okay, for sure, man. No discounts though. Waivers. All right, cool. I dig it, man.
I got book vouchers though.
Okay.
We give out book vouchers.
Okay.
We get your
Let me
books
get one.
paid
Let me get one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm gonna go. I just want
this
one.
class ain't got no books.
You probably wouldn't need none. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's get into it, bro. So you watch this. So Netflix
popped the balloon.
The balloon. So did they just hijack? Because I feel like this ain't the original people from the original.
I just watched it.
I watched it
2 days ago.
I didn't want to.
A day or two ago. The Netflix one, probably 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Now I've been following Pop the Balloon for a minute.
Yeah. Because you're the one that explained to me that the episodes are a lot longer. It's not these short clips that are being viral and stuff like that.
And this is a new black dating game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So Netflix hijacked it?
I wouldn't say hijacked it.
Okay.
Netflix probably approached.
The people on the Netflix show, that's not the original Balloon Pop people, right?
It's not an original cast whatsoever. It's different people every time. But the way, the feel of the show, that Netflix one is trash.
Okay, thank you.
That shit garbage.
Bro, does this seem scripted?
That shit seemed like a game show.
Yeah.
That's not Pop the Balloon, like whatever you want to call it, whether it's following a format of respect or not. It's people getting their shit off in a certain way. It's a lot of different people who might have taken the platform or the format and did their own thing in their own region. But it's like whoever the main one is, I forget the young lady's name, the sister's name, but I've shown plenty of people like the Pop the Balloon is. We got our man Aaron the plumber. Shout out to my man Aaron the plumber in a real way. But the platform, it was different than what it is on Netflix. Netflix, that shit seemed too like
it seemed scripted. It's corny.
And first of all, where these white people come from? I'm not racist. I'm not prejudiced. You know what I'm saying? But why are you on here? Y'all got things. Y'all all are just like, yeah, why are you here? And you brought him
here?
Like, you feel what I'm saying? So it's corny. Like, the dude came out and he did a little, like, it's too many lights. It's too many lights, cameras, action for me.
Yeah, like I said, bro, it seems more scripted, bro.
Yeah, the Pop the Balloon, this shit was really like, it's cool because
and then the reason why I said it seems scripted is because when I've watched the clips, because
everybody laughing,
because I do reviews, I do reviews on the clips now, right? Yeah. And what I'm starting to learn and what I'm starting to understand is like just the way that even people were popping the balloons on the show.
I watched.
You see what I'm saying?
What episode you watched?
I watched a few.
It took me one.
So there was controversy because now one of the dudes that was on the show is being accused of being racist.
I heard what he said.
And my thing is he was trying to say that he was talking about the white girl's feet or whatever the case it was when everybody was feeling like he was talking about the sister.
I didn't see it, so I got to see it.
Yeah, I seen it.
Because if he said that, then I got to go see it and say whether that's what it was.
Another reason why I felt like the show was more scripted on Netflix is because the sister they had on her or on the show.
The host.
No, one of the contestants. She was the taller sister, right? Okay. She had some height on her. Mm-hmm. She was like acting like that typical stereotypical, like that stereotypical sister that would be on TV, that would be kind of over the top or obnoxious, and I'm just like
purposefully.
Yeah, it seemed forced.
Yes, on Pop the Balloon, some of them shits was like kind of forced, but it was authentic. This seemed like
it seemed like a lot of the people on that show was more like trying to play a role. Like even when they were saying their profession. Like I do
they
this.
They did a background.
Like,
see on that Pop the Balloon.
And I'm like, come on, man.
They did people like on a background check, like the authentic Pop the Balloon. Ain't no background checks.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's just like
you got time for that or the money for that.
We don't got the money for the background checks. We're gonna get what it get. So yeah, I will never watch another episode of Netflix.
Yeah, I'm not watching that. I watched a couple episodes.
Stop on YouTube.
I think the YouTube already has its establishes its audience and stuff, but the Netflix one, I don't see it lasting past the season. I'll be shocked if it did, because it doesn't. Like I said, it seems scripted.
It's not the same energy.
But I would also say, it's shocking to me that something like that would come out, but they wouldn't pick up Ryan Davis's stand-up special, the comedian.
Now, I heard about this, what's going on with Ryan Davis. I seen him commenting on it, but I never watched the full clip of his page.
Well, he's been posting special himself. Well, he's been shopping it around. And he shopped it at Netflix, and you know, he also did a Breakfast Club interview. But it's a good special. He paid for everything out of his own pocket. Shot the special. It's really good. And I've seen like long reels. He's posted like long reels, like 10 minutes of his set.
It's kind of black and white.
Well, probably because of how they filtered it, but the actual special, I think, is like high def and all of that. But it's like the content is good, like the writing is good, like it's that traditional stand-up comedy versus, you know, how a lot of people are getting famous from content. Mm-hmm. Like you could tell he's a real comedian versus a lot of people that are considered comedians because of content they put out that was funny instead of actually doing stand-up work. So I just thought it was interesting that how does something as mediocre as a knockoff balloon pop game get put on Netflix, but then there's a lot of talented comedians or people that have really great shows that could probably bring more fans of Netflix.
It's the popularity. They're getting a quick hit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going.
They're getting a quick hit. Like the popularity of the Pop the Balloon is big, bro. It's a lot of different people and different celebrities that are tapping into the Pop the Balloon. So
but I think that
they're trying to maybe get a different type of audience, or They feel like, let's see what this is. This is an investment to see how well this does. Can we take this format and flip it into it? Because what other dating shows are out there that are, it's the new type of dating show. This is a new spin on dating shows.
I mean, it is a new spin for sure,
And
but
dating shows been kinda going up.
but if you're gonna have a platform as big as like Netflix or Amazon Prime, it's smart to just reach out to these people that have the format and say, hey, look, we want to do a partnership.
I think that's what happened.
And they got declined?
No, the people who created the show, the original creators, I think it was the husband and wife, not the host of the show.
Oh, okay.
I think they were the ones who were approached. This isn't like Netflix coming and making their own version.
So you think that's my thing.
I think this was a business deal between the creators of the original show.
So you think that they're a part of it?
However, let's say I created this.
Because if they are,
let's say we created this show. Like, let's say, all right, we got The Notion, right?
Yeah.
We have a different type of spin on whatever type of show, whatever podcast, and they approach niggas and say, hey, we got this bad, we gonna put it on this show. Y'all might not have, it might be a different host, it might look different. Nigga, you better cut the check.
So I mean, I'll look into it because I don't want to put nothing out there that's not true.
What I think happened. I don't think they just came and make their own.
But if they did,
permission.
because if they don't have the original people on there, it shows. Or if they didn't have any creative input, it shows.
But that's what happens. Because if you got a different audience, you got America, you can't do
in the past,
pop the balloon.
In the past, this happened, but in this climate, you can negotiate a whole lot better. But so if I find out that they were a part of it, they just gave away the integrity of their artwork.
What if I got two responses to that? If I'm making a couple of thousand or a few thousand, tens of thousands from this idea that I had that I just post on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's popular. I'm getting millions of views. My income is tens of thousands per month or however.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix approached me like, hey, I'll pay you this amount.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say it triples it, doubles it. Let's say it triples it, quadruples it. Let's put it in like I could get a few million from this.
Right.
Nigga, I'm gonna sell it. And whatever dividends I get from that, or however much I get from that, is what it is. Because am I really married to this show, or so you're going off?
Ideas? So you're going off the perception of how you would do it if you were connected to it. I look at it
and this
and what else
when you change it to a different format like that, like or a different platform like Netflix, it's going to change. It has to become appealable for the American family or whomever.
It's already been that. YouTube has showed those numbers that it's already been that.
YouTube is the people on there is not vetted enough, nor are they're not. It's
the concept. I don't mean the actual people involved. The concept has already been proven by the numbers it drives.
Yeah, but the people on it is gonna deter. It's gonna change the way it is. You just getting people who coming off the cuff with their shit, and you're getting popular. But you can't have
TV.
Person on there. You can't have no sexual kind of like. It got to teeter a certain line on the.
But all the clips I've seen on YouTube still mirror all of the same rules that they were following on the Netflix show.
Yeah, but
I just know that in this climate today, with the amount of permissionless media that people have, you can definitely tell if somebody sold out or if somebody kept their integrity. Because something that people have to remember too is that whatever they're offering you is probably worth double that, right? It's like Squid Games, for example. I've never watched one episode of Squid Games, not one, right? But I do know that the creator is in a tight spot now because now that it's popularized, they no longer have that full creative control like before. And even though the show has done well and is doing well, you basically, I don't want to say sold your soul, but you basically gave something away that was your baby for that check that is now worth a whole lot more, and you have less rights and creative control. Which is in a lot of cases when somebody buys something and then when a company gets involved, it pretty much goes downhill.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if I was a person, two different mindsets. I'm a creator who's gonna continuously create.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a person who came out with a good idea off a simple idea, a simple good idea. If I know that I'm the person who came up with a simple good idea,
mm-hmm.
And all I did was I was just like, hey man, let's do some pop the balloon shit. They pop the balloons and we go through, boom. And they say, let's say that I give you $20 million for this. I'm taking it.
Yeah, for sure. But you know why?
I'm the person
but you know why it's
who
easier.
also can create.
But you know why that's easier for you to say that?
Creating,
There's a
and
reason.
They say I'm gonna give you 20. Wait,
there's a reason why it's easier for you to say that.
I know, but let me land. Look,
all right,
20 million. I only came up with this idea. 20 million, and I got other ideas. My mindset is I'm taking the 20 million on both sides.
Hindsight is 20/20, right? But I'll say this: I think it's easier for the average or everyday person to say, oh man, I would have sold it too, because you're not directly married to the process, the blood, sweat, and tears and everything that went into it. You take our platform, for example. If somebody throws the bag and says, hey, we want to buy it from you outright, I'm not going to sell.
That's a different thing because
it's not, because this is something that we have built from the ground up, versus our viewers might be like, they stupid. I would have been sold, blah, 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 blah.
I'm saying it's different because
people do it every day.
Whoever was the creator sold it. Whoever was the creator sold it.
Yeah.
So because they sold it, it's a little different because they've already decided like, okay, I'm going to sell for whatever amount they're giving me. Who's to say that they got taken advantage of?
Well, my point wasn't really about any of that. My point was more so about why it's easy to say, oh, I would have just got my bag versus a lot of people, just because in past history, you know, you look at, like, not going too far off topic, you look at somebody like Prince and like how he looked at the music industry, or somebody like Michael Jackson, how they looked at the music industry and how they started understanding like ownership and all of these different things. A lot of people, like I said, the everyday person would definitely feel like, yo, this could change my life forever financially. Why would I not do it? Versus somebody where it's like, man, I remember the days when all I had was my phone, and now look at what I got. So to just give that away,
well, what if it's not giving it away? What if this is the next step into create and for the platform? Because
if it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
If I created a platform, but look, I created something on my own. I had an idea. The platform that I used to jumpstart this idea was YouTube. I got a certain amount from there. And from there, now I'm able to go to Netflix. But with Netflix, you got to make some adjustments, right? So is my goal to keep going up the ladder, or where do I say that I didn't get what I felt I was deserved? Like how do we know that this isn't the trajectory that they wanted to go?
I will say this, bro. If you have a good product and you sell that product to somebody that is interested in it or whatever the case is, and then now that product does not hold the same weight as when you had creative control, that's where people get the mentality and the idea that you sold out, because it's like, man, you had a great thing. And then once you look at Star Wars fans, bro, when Disney got a hold of Star Wars, them Star Wars fans been pissed off ever since. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
using as an example when you're talking about coming up with something creative, because let's look at some of the bullet points you said. This was mainly a black dating show, right? And I'm gonna assume, because I don't know who the creators are, that the creators were black, or associated with black, or just understood the target demographic, whatever. And then the minute somebody else got their hands on it, it totally changed everything. Now, you made a point earlier and you said, well, you got to switch some things around to make it more appealing to the masses. Not necessarily, because everything that you watch on Netflix isn't about everybody. It's about a certain target demographic. That's why everything is categorized differently. Some people want to be there for action movies. Some people want to be there for documentaries. Some people want to be there for LGBTQ entertainment and so forth. So when you look at something that was so popular and it at its raw authenticity, when it gets to that big stage and it's taken away everything that pulled people in or that had that hook like you talked about, right? It's like, that's why we feel the way we feel about the show.
Well, in closing, what I can say is some people go through, they do jumpstart businesses, and they sell them.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's what I said earlier. Like, it happens.
It's such a simple idea to me. It's like, how far can you take that? What is your ultimate goal with Pop the Balloon? How far can the Pop the Balloon go? Or are you invested in let's say I'm
get your bag, sell the Pop the Balloon show, and then you do hot air balloon dating.
Pop that balloon.
Ain't nobody making it. Man, we off that, man. Hey, so what's up? Why is everybody attacking the sweetheart Lauren London on her comments about dating?
Attacking her, but she
was talking about she's still grieving. You could tell, grieving the passing of Nipsey Hussle. I mean, they did have a child together. They had a lifetime together, or a life together, I should say. Right. And to me, I felt bad, but it definitely wanted me to highlight some things that I've wanted to talk about on occasion. But basically, she basically said in so many words that she's kind of checked out from that realm of like falling that deep in love and being with somebody ever again, like how she felt.
She don't
with
got
Nip.
no closure. That's the difference. Like if it was somebody that you were madly in love with and you were at a certain stage of your life.
And
should
we talk about how they attacked her first?
What did she say first? What did she say?
So a lot of people basically, because I'm paraphrasing at this point, basically like that was her soulmate. You know what I'm saying? She really can't see too much past
another person.
Yeah, being with somebody else. And we see on the outside how they were as far as in magazine photos or them being out, but we don't know like how deep they were together, like intimately on a level of talking about things, sharing their darkest secrets and their lowest times and things like that.
Didn't he project that though? Wasn't he projecting that he would be with Lauren London?
I mean,
music? I thought he was like one of them before,
the problem is,
what's your boy with the forehead with the what's his name from Memphis that do the music?
Who
he do music? Yo Gotti.
Yeah.
So Yo Gotti, like how he projected to be with Erica Mena. I mean not Erica Mena, my bad.
Angela Yee. Angela Simmons, man.
Angela Simmons.
Golly. Hey, I apologize to both of y'all women. Because, bro, we about to be viral for the wrong reason.
Angela Yee is crazy.
Yeah, you wild
Angela
for that.
Simmons. I thought like Nipsey had kind of projected that being with Lauren.
Well, the problem is like we do best in our community at a lot of times. They was tearing her down, basically saying, yeah, but he didn't marry you. Why did he marry you? So what I wanted to bring up, is
that's how out of pocket.
This is what I think is funny though.
He knew he was finna die.
This is what I think is funny. First of all, let's make no mistake that Nipsey had his life taken very, very young. Bruh wasn't even 35.
Like he knew he was finna die.
Yeah, like he knew that day it was finna go down. Like
weird.
But you know what I think is hella weird about so many people saying that? Is that when a woman is married and she is talking a certain type of way and moving a certain type of way, and she starts talking about morals and stuff that she stand on business with, it's like, well, marriage is just a piece of paper. As many times as I've seen people bash marriage, I find it very convenient that when this woman is talking the way she's talking, that's when they want to pull in the idea that marriage does have some importance.
You know what the way you just commented made me think about something I was thinking about. This is kind of off topic, but it's on.
What's up?
You know how like China got the whole society like rating shit, right?
Yeah.
I think we need to be able to have a history of your comments to compare what you've said before
with your lifestyle.
Yeah, because we'll say,
that just happened.
We'll say y'all will say this.
Yeah.
But we don't really know who y'all is compared to this other y'all.
So we need to be able to go to...
Because we'll say, y'all will say this about such and such, and we won't say this about them, and we don't really know whether it's the same y'all.
You know why I'm confident that it's the same y'all? This is why I believe I'm confident.
I was just going down
it's because of the type of platforms, right? Mm-hmm. that put out the type of material, because there was nothing controversial about what she said, right? But people will take somebody else's experience that they decided to share with the world and let it trigger their own trauma that they ain't dealt with or that they experience with somebody that they care about and say ... Don't forget, like when we had the content from the last episode, it was so many women triggered by what we said, as if we were downplaying women, right? We were actually giving women more credit in a lot of areas than what they do get. And it was women saying things like, yeah, I was told marriage is terrible, and I was told this happened to my grandma and that happened to my grandma. But the three brothers on the couch, that wasn't their grandma's experience. That's what a lot of people are missing. So it is the same group of people. It's just the flip-flopping depending on who it is. We all knew that Lauren London and Nipsey was like that, just close, whatever the case it was. There's a lot of people that get married late. There's a lot of people in a lot of other communities and other cultures that get married after being together 15, 20 years. And now they're like, you know what, I guess you the one, right? But to me, what I found very interesting is that when you're not in that position, for example, if it's a woman that's married, it's almost like, and she say some stuff that has you triggered, well, marriage is just a piece of paper. Well, you don't know. He might cheat on you one day. Marriage stats is this. But then you have Lauren London, who wasn't married to Nipsey Hussle, but they damn near acted like they were married. It was, well, if he was that serious with you, why didn't he marry you? So it's like they pick and choose when they want to highlight the importance of marriage or whatever the case it was. And I honestly thought it was trash and it was a cheap shot, because I'm like, damn, what the hell did Lauren London do to anybody? You know what I'm saying?
That's hate.
Just straight hate.
I was hate for no reason.
You know what I mean? That woman at the end of the day has to raise their son, you know.
And they got a child together?
Yeah.
Y'all tripping.
And it's like, damn, like,
y'all tripping.
And it's like nobody was talking like this when Nipsey first passed. It seemed like everybody was more
like,
in support.
What's the hate for?
I don't get it, bro.
Just the way she was talking, like they said something about, I seen a comment to say, compared her, saying that she's not so-and-so. Like, I don't know who they were comparing her, saying that she's not comparable to. But I was just wondering, like, did she talk a certain way, like with a certain bravado or something, or what?
Well, I've never seen Lauren London to really move like that, especially after Nipsey passed. I think it seems like she's on a different, like, spiritual journey with coping and stuff like that. Yeah. But the funny thing is let's just say Lauren London, like, moved on and got with somebody, and she called that person like her soulmate. Then they would be judging her and saying, oh, wow, like, what about Nip? Yeah. Like, damn, like, did you even love Nip like that?
Right, so she can't move on now.
Yeah, so it's like, if she had moved on too quick for y'all, then she would have been judged for that. The fact that he did marry her when he was alive, she getting judged for that. It's like...
Y'all true.
It's crazy.
That's why you got to cut the comments off.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can cut the comments off, but it goes to show you, like, man... Wisdom runs fast, but y'all run faster.
But that brings me to another point. I like the pages that I go on Instagram sometimes, and they know that they probably get crazy comments.
Oh yeah,
off of their page, and they have, it's no way you could put a comment. Like, it's a page, it's a person with crazy shit all over their face. But all you could do is send it to somebody else or like it.
Yeah,
I like them type of pages sometimes.
So cut the comments off.
Yeah, cut the comments off.
Cut the comments off. All right. Well, shout out to Lauren London, and y'all need to grow up, man. That was
grow up. You're being childish.
But you know what? It's kind of a good segue talking about it.
What, growing up?
No, there's not this, because the way they was attacking Lauren London, it kind of reminded me of, like, pick me culture, right? You know, you have cancel culture. You got all these different signs and lines before. And sayings. And we didn't create pick me. That was definitely created by women.
I ain't gonna lie. When I hear pick me, that shit sound like some racist shit.
It do. Well, it sounds close to picking it. Yeah.
It sounds too
so
close.
What a pick me is when a woman gets out there.
The little black people that be running
around. Yeah. I hear you. But it ain't
midgets,
that. A pick me is a woman that will speak on some morals and beliefs, and she's speaking in general. and she may trigger some women that don't operate like that.
Oh, so like
And
how
so
Bill
they'll
Cosby,
call-
her television husband, used to talk to black people.
So
That's what you mean, Phylicia Rashad?
yeah, Phylicia Rashad. They called her a pick me on a Breakfast Club because she was speaking on her experience of when she was the dean at the college and how some of the women would be dressed and how they would be carrying themselves, right?
Like her TV husband, Bill Cosby, used to talk to young black men.
What you mean?
As far as his views about like black men and black.
Well, he spoke on black people too. He wasn't just speaking on black women because
No, I'm saying black men.
Yeah.
And young black boys is who he was really speaking towards.
Yeah. And they was triggered about it. They called this woman a pick me.
They called.
For y'all that don't understand, Phylicia Rashad isn't her maiden name, which means she's been married this whole time to Ahmad Rashad.
Talk to him.
Right?
Tell him.
So she's not a pick me, she's been chosen.
She's been chosen.
Right?
Tell him.
And she also has been very successful. She's been very influential in our community as far as in that TV mom. She's carried herself. I haven't seen
held herself to the standard that she trying to tell y'all. Just hold y'all standard.
That's the part that I feel like was missing the most.
Lead by example, right?
She's been leading by example our entire life.
Got it.
Right? Our entire life.
Claire Huxtable. You talking about Claire Huxtable?
Claire Huxtable.
Got it.
But the crazy part is when I was like, I gotta watch. What made me want to watch her interview was the little backlash she got from that little piece of the whole hour and some change interview she had with them, right? And I said, I'm gonna watch this and I'm gonna see what she's saying. And she didn't throw me off at one point at all. I didn't disagree with anything she said. Mm-hmm. She was real deep into the teachings of her mother because, you know, her sister's Debbie Allen, who's a big deal in the dance and Broadway and all that other stuff. And so what I got from that is, damn, like there's a real problem with women that really are on the other side of the tracks with the current climate and behavior that's going on.
Because was it like that when we was kids?
Bro, the
youngsters don't respect nothing. Like they call you old niggas and like the youngsters
old heads and
like this.
Yeah, we unk now. I seen. Did you see the little chart that came out and said what age group you in?
Yeah, I don't like unk though.
Yeah, they said we
like
unk.
Marshawn was saying, like trying to explain to some dudes on the interview, unk and auntie up here, it mean like not using not. What up, unk? That mean you was trying to buy crack cocaine. Mm-hmm. So even when we hear unk, it's like it's a little sting to the ears. Mm-hmm. But we are the OG's age, I guess. I
always went by young OG. And the reason why I say young OG is because I look at certain people as a real OG that are much older than us that gave me some game or taught me some things or, you know what I mean?
I'm not teaching you niggas nothing. I ain't no OG nigga.
Go into college and said I'm still not teaching you.
I'm not teaching you nothing. I'm cool.
Well, the thing that I'm starting to understand is that there's been this deception of men versus women, right? That's been fueled. Men versus women when it comes to, you know, high value and 50-50 and where you gonna eat dinner at. But what I don't think a lot of women understand is they're under attack in a different way than we are. We are under attack for masculinity, right? But they're under attack, what I think, multiple things to where now they'll be combative against men. Now, every comment, I'm pretty sure every video we post and we talk about these type of things, there's going to be one person in the comments saying, take their mics away, take men's podcasts away, right? But the crazy part is that those same women that will say that will attack another woman. There's no reason why there should be any content on the internet disrespecting Phylicia Rashad based off of what she said. Because when I watched the interview,
she didn't say nothing crazy.
When I watched the interview, she said, I'm just speaking in general and I'm not attacking the young women.
Oh, she gave
a disclaimer. And after the disclaimer, she gave a compliment. She said, the young women today are so beautiful.
Oh, so somebody was just doing some rage baiting.
Yeah, rage baiting. But here's the crazy part. They fell for it. And they called this woman a pick-me.
Because they are caught up in the matrix to where whatever you see in a 10-second clip is as much information as you need.
And everything is a pick-me. And I think you might have got the two scenarios mixed up, because this is what I think you were referring to. The article that I showed you about the woman that got married, she decided not to do makeup for her wedding. She wanted to be natural. Sure. And they was dragging her in the comments. Sure. And somebody in the comments said, "You not Alicia Keys."
I didn't see that, but I think that's kind of fire not to have no makeup at the
and she looked great too.
That's fire.
Yeah, she looked great.
That's fire.
But it wasn't men attacking her.
It was women.
It was women attacking her.
What they were saying.
You want to see
I need to see what they were saying, because if you could go to Walgreens and get some makeup. From what I know about women, they go to Walgreens to get the makeup.
Look, bro.
Let me see what she look like. I'll tell you.
Look, there you go.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. What's she supposed to make her whole face up? She not ugly.
She didn't have any makeup.
She's got a nice smile. She's
And don't drop the iPad.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna do that. Nice smile, teeth white. Might not be my type, but she ain't ugly. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, what you want her to come and look different?
Bro, when they had let me see.
You get all when they had on your shirt, she start hugging you. You got clown makeup on your shirt.
Well, like the comments
for what?
Like,
nah, they tripping.
I mean, you could have put on some lip gloss or something. That's from a woman. Somebody said, "Pick me." Somebody said, "Pick me."
Picked.
She already been picked. Okay, so they was defending her.
Yeah,
and then I think it's some white chick.
How you telling her to get?
Hey, so it's a chick that's her profile. She got a thong on and says, "Who is you, Alicia Keys?"
I didn't even what I'm gonna say is, a lot of people be on it. It's just.
My bottom line is this, man.
I don't know, man.
A lot of these women, bro. They get so triggered when we speak on them, because we speak on y'all because we got to coexist with y'all. We speak on y'all because, for the most part, the things that we say on the Notion, we actually care. You dig what I'm saying?
She got picked.
But this woman, the point is, and I've said this before, you've heard this before, and I'm gonna say it until I'm blue in the face. Men do not get upset about not understanding women, because women understand women and they hate each other.
Yeah, but I think women have this feeling that some women believe that you are, like us men, we may have certain standards for men. It's like, this is how you're supposed to do things. And so I think women believe that they don't know that we don't care about the makeup.
Imagine us calling out, like,
we don't care about the makeup.
Imagine us calling out, like, young dudes for not operating like young men and being respectful and showing a little chivalry. But there's not a name for that.
That's like a young nigga being like, the young nigga got on the skinny jeans and he rocking them with his on his waist, and the other young nigga's like, nah, nigga, you supposed to pull them down a little bit and show the ethicus, right?
All I'm saying, bro, is there's not a name. There's not a name for when we're calling out BS that's going on in the manosphere. In the manosphere, we're not called like, oh man, he a Lance Romance. He a Lance Romance. Look at him. He taking up for women. He a Lance Romance.
Oh, we do call them simps.
We say they caping.
Caping. We call them simps. Captain Save a Hoes. We got some names.
That's a verb, right? We say you caping, right? You caping.
Yeah, but a noun would be Captain Save a Hoe. A noun would be,
but for the most part,
a simp.
But for the most part, that really be the situation.
You simp.
But you literally calling a woman, you literally saying a woman is a pick-me that's already been chosen, right?
Because I'm gonna tell you, because it is. If you go on the internet, I seen a video of a white lady, young white girl, not even a white lady, young white girl, and this big goofy looking motherfucker. And he walked in, and they look like they grew up in like somewhere in West Virginia.
All right.
Like, there's no prejudice involved, but that's just the scene I'm gonna set.
Okay.
For West Virginia. And she started trying to tell, whatever she said, and then she dropped to her knee and proposed to him. He got so happy and cried. He ran and hugged her and almost fell on the ground hugging her and shit.
She was a pick-me.
she didn't look. I don't think they're gonna have a wedding to where the makeup is gonna be involved. They look like they was wearing like they both going hunting on Sundays together.
Okay.
Like they be up in trees. You know the people that be in the trees with the camera like, shh, we got him. It's a big one. Keep it quiet.
Hey man.
Like that's what they Sunday evenings or mornings be like. They be up at like 3 in the morning.
Okay.
Like he'll catch the deer.
All right.
She'll help clean it, cut it, put it in the freezer for next year and all that type of shit.
Well,
so
all right.
like
well,
they in the backyard with it.
All right. I guess. I mean,
jeans, camouflage shirts.
I think in 2025, Pick Me should be canceled.
But what is a pick me like? She got picked.
A pick me, okay. So when I was breaking down the definition,
plead, like please pick me.
Yeah, it's like let me say something that's gonna sound appealing to the opposite of what everybody else is saying, so that I get chosen and I get picked.
That's not what I just explained. That's not what that video was. That's not. Pick me is more like.
You talk about your definition or what they're saying? I'm giving.
It's a little more like settle. Like pick me would be like somebody who feel like they're not even settling. They're getting what is available to them, and they're kind of like they're begging for attention in a way to where like they'll say they're willing to do this.
Is that your personal observation on what you think a pick me is?
I think a pick me would be like somebody who's saying that they're willing to do like,
but they're not really. They just want the attention.
Somebody who might not be appealing to the average person.
Yeah,
and will be like, I do this for my man, or I do this for my girl, and like try
but they
to
really don't
themselves. But that, not even that they really don't. They don't have the chance to. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. The pick me is the person who really don't got the options, but say they'll put up with certain things and act like they are okay with certain things that the average person might not be okay with if they had options. The pick me is
you know what you're right, because I remember when we were younger, I would hear I would hear a female that never had a dude talking about everything she would do for a dude. Like I'll buy my dude the new Xbox, you know. Yeah. So she's advertising. She's trying to get
because
picked.
she don't have too many. She or him don't have too many options,
right?
Or they don't really get the availability to who they want,
right?
They have this imagination of.
So maybe
if they did get into it, what they willing to do.
So the question is how right are a lot of the women when they call another woman a pick me because of what she stand on?
It's like a nigga saying, nigga,
like you caping.
I drive the Corvette. I want the Corvette. You ain't never had a Corvette, and then when you know you the type of nigga that if you get in a Corvette, you gonna crash, and you can't deal with the now it's manual.
I ain't got no oil change.
I gotta keep doing this. Like you imagine yourself having what you want that you can't have, and that you would be willing to put up with. Yeah. But because you haven't had the experience of like having so many options, then you think you willing to be okay.
I don't know.
So that's you like pick me, and I put up with it.
I'll say this to the women out there that get accused of being pick me's because you're really standing on what you believe in and how you want to treat the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, or how you want your relationship to go. Men don't understand what that concept means. I understand just from having a wife and asking questions when I see comments. But to y'all women that are getting called pick-me's because you really operating in the essence of what you are, those are people that are not picked. Because you know what I don't see? I don't see happy women attacking other women. I don't see content women attacking other women. Matter of fact, I don't see happy or content women even debating with anybody because they're so occupied with what they got going on, and they're so invested in what they got going on that they're not going to jump in the comment section and go in.
It's Sunday today?
It is.
Turn your pages to book.
Turn your pages to truth. Turn your pages to Truth chapter 1.
Psalms.
But
34.
But that's what I'm learning. And this is what I do learn when we do content, right? And I do see people, because not every comment is a bad comment. Some comments is like, you know what, that's real, or let me get your perspective on this, or you know what, can you elaborate more, right? But what I'm understanding is that like people that are really enjoying themselves, even if they disagree with you, you can tell that the way they're disagreeing with you is coming from a way of like, hey, I kind of see it like this. I wouldn't necessarily say that, versus I don't know who this is. Oh, wow, man, this is lame. Oh, and you only got 3 people that liked your comment or whatever. Like that, right? You know, they say misery loves company. I'm seeing it in real time. But to these women that are going on the attack and that have all of these statements, and here's another thing. It's no different than a dude that's trolling. Usually you don't know nothing about them. They private. Most people that are attacking these women that speak on what they believe in and how they operate, they're cowards. By definition, brother. Because, you know, a lot of people use words and they don't even know what they mean. The definition of a coward.
Webster's, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The definition of a coward. You not really going to put yourself out there and stand on what you believe. Your page is private. Yeah. You got one photo when you was 9, so people don't even know how you look now. But you got everything to say about a person that left their information wide open. That's coward behavior. And the reason why I throw that out there is because, like I said, there's a lot of words being used. And me and Jelani talked about it. Like, brothers, this is for y'all. When these women call you sassy, laugh. Go look up the definition of what sassy. I got homework for y'all. I got call to action. Go look up the definition of sassy, and you gonna laugh because these women be calling dudes sassy for disagreeing or debating with them online or whatever the case is. But go look up the definition of sassy. You're gonna be like, wait, what?
Got it.
But anyways, moving along because we about to close out, bruh. 45, 47.
Big T, nigga.
Donald Trump.
Big T. If you didn't know, now you know.
Let me tell you.
He's not playing with y'all out there.
Y'all
tripping, nigga.
Donald J. Trump.
DT, nigga.
Donald J. Trump. Bruh. So
my boy
so
DJ
he was
T.
so
fuck you talking about.
So he was in another congressional meeting, right? And basically he said that some of the undocumented workers are allowed to still stay here temporarily.
If y'all need to work, if y'all want to keep working in the farm,
you want to keep working in the farms and the hotels,
the motel,
you got temporary access, but you need to still leave and get right to come back. Yo.
First of all, go back, get your paperwork right. We'll let you back in, but it got to be checked off a farm or a hotel. He's crazy.
Bruh.
He's crazy. Why would he say?
He said, though.
Why would he say that?
He said some people can stay temporarily
if they want to work in the farms and the hotels.
Because we got to take care of the farmers.
We still
and
need
the
hotels open for the casinos. We need the American people to be able to have places.
We got a lot of hotels, a lot of places, a lot of
motels,
a lot of fruit, a lot of vegetables, so they can stay, get their paperwork.
The hotels
come back,
need a continental breakfast, so we need to make sure that there's enough fruit, spreads. He's crazy.
Yo. And you know what? No, you know what I thought about?
But he's not wilding out as much.
Yeah, he is, bro.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. He's wilding in his policy.
Got us kicked out.
He's wilding in policy, but his mouth is not as crazy.
He just said that
I get it.
Undocumented people,
but he's already been
still do.
He's been
the
there.
Bottom of the barrel work for American businesses.
He's not as much as the heel. Like he is. But what he's doing is not more. Is not as much commentary.
You know what I want to know, bruh? No. This is what I want to know, and then we can get back to it.
I'm not caping for Donald Trump.
To my brothers and sisters, to my brothers and sisters who are MAGA certified. How do you feel now? Can you please leave comments in this clip and tell me how you are benefiting off of this administration's moves and antics? Tariffs, all of that. Break it down to me how you are personally benefiting. I said to my brothers and sisters that are rocking the MAGA, I'm not talking about everybody else. I'm Talk if you want to leave a comment and you're not of the culture, fine. But I am specifically looking for the Black Republicans on this one. I would love to know how you are benefiting. It's a real question. I am not trying to be funny about it, but I would definitely like to know. And matter of fact, I'll throw in a little extra to people that are of Spanish descent that voted MAGA. How do you feel now? Like, what benefits are you getting now? What changes in your life and in your household do you see that's beneficial now? I would love to know now. While we're in, we in the fourth month. I would love to know now. You know what I'm saying? But to y'all out there that got a job, you know what I'm saying, and you get to, you got an extension. It seemed like he giving out TikTok extensions. So he gave TikTok 75 days to get it right. He's giving the people that work in the farms and hotels. By the way,
but he doing a lot of shit.
When you said that he's not the heel, can we just go back to why there's a song called Black Jobs? Because he said that before he got in office.
Yeah, but he's a heel. But like, that's what I mean. Like,
and the fact that you think 100%. I mean, we don't think. I mean, it's kind of a stereotype, right? That everybody that works in a hotel and everybody that works in a farm is undocumented.
So this is what I mean. And from my perception of what I've seen over the last however many years, he's doing more and saying less rather than saying more and doing less. He was doing things, I wouldn't say less, but it's less about like who he's talking to, what he's saying.
Because he said he was going to get the price of eggs down. Remember when he let Elon basically tap into the mainframe and see all of our business, and some checks were supposed to roll out. Remember every household was about to get like around 5 bands. Nah, niggas. Remember that?
But this is what I'm saying.
There's some talking going on.
He's not doing. Whatever the media is exposed or presenting to us is less about his commentary as much as it was in the previous years. And I've seen and heard more express about whatever actions he's taking. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's still talking crazy.
Yeah.
But it's less about like the Gene, what was the Mean Gene interview rather than what's happening in the ring. Like, he was Mean Gene interviewing crazy when he was running for office the first time.
The reference is why I'm laughing, bro, because a lot of people probably don't even know. Yeah. It's just some young people watch. They probably don't even know who the legendary Mean Gene
interviews was crazy. Yeah, He don't really got the same Mean Gene interviews.
He's still out of pocket, bro. He said y'all could work temporarily, and then y'all gotta leave.
Crazy.
You gotta leave.
If you know how to pick lettuce,
come back.
If you know how to pick strawberries.
It's like, what are you doing? Are you like, you got that clipboard and you just like, yo, you know how to pick fruit and all that? All right, man, you got to get on the bus. You can stay.
That's crazy.
You know how to fold towels and clean bathrooms? All right, you stand over there with the lettuce people. We got you too. Yeah, like,
he's wild.
He's
wild. Regardless of, I'm not trying to downplay what he said or what he's doing, but you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Yeah, y'all gotta let us know what y'all think, man. That's just off of real, man. Y'all gotta let us. Y'all gotta let us know what you think, man. We finna get up out of here, though, man. We definitely get up out of here.
This episode of American.
Anyways, you've been tuning in to the Notion Podcast.
I gotta say though, before we get out, like shows, we gotta talk about some of these TV shows that have been out.
You want to do a review?
You never saw Severance?
You trying to do a review?
Next time.
I gotta watch it though.
Severance? You never seen Severance?
Yeah.
Did you see what's the one with your man from?
Bro, I hardly ain't seen
Paradise.
I've seen Paradise. Okay. So you want to talk about shows?
Next time.
All right. Outlawed Opinions and
Black
shows.
Black Mirror new season.
I gotta catch up on Black Mirror.
I just started watching it yesterday.
Yeah. We gonna catch up. Anyways, you've been tuning into the Notion Podcast. I am your host, Dizzy D Spill, with my co-host in the building.
Like I said before, if you did not hear me at the beginning, he is I am him. Timothy Hardaway. Him and Alan.
Yeah, man, you've been tuning in to Outlawed Opinions because he takes every day, once a day, to land his plane. And let us know what you think in the comment section. Let us know what you agree with, what you disagree with. We everywhere. YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram. Let us know what you think. Anyways, until next time.
I bid you.
Peace.